Hello everyone, welcome back to Manga Boy read his manga 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I don't know if Sunny or these HP Lovecraft volumes are 2 in ones or 1.5 in ones or what. I'm counting them as 1, so hopefully they are 1. So let's start with Robotxlaserbeam. This is a series by the same creator who did Kuroko's Basketball, actually. This series did not last long in Jump's line. I think it got 7 volumes and then it got canned. But it did release digitally in America, just not physically. So that's cool. It pretty much follows this guy named Robo. He likes to do things a certain way, and he does them the same way every time. He's like, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right every time. And he hates golf. He's got no interest in competition, so he doesn't do it. Oh, but what is this? He's clearly doing it. My man over here playing the golf. So why is he playing golf if he doesn't like golf? Well, he is a pro golfer. What? He has been practicing this bizarre golf swing all of his life because his dad says, here, go kill some time, kick this into the basket, and wait for me to get my vegetables and fruit because I'm a cook. And so he's been doing that all of his life, and because he's a no-nonsense guy, he does it the right way every time. And so he's got the fundamentals of golf down, and he ends up attracting the attention of this guy, one of the Japanese or national even best golfers in high school. So Robo ends up being challenged by him. He goes to go against him on the golf course, and he does pretty well. And so Robo decides, that wasn't enough. I need to fight this guy again. I need to go golf with him one more time so I can get better and feel like more accomplished with myself. Like he has this drive he doesn't understand to go challenge this guy and win. So that kind of is the story of how this gets going. That's what the whole point is of this volume, or the series rather, is for Robo to get good enough to take this guy out. He doesn't want to be the best golfer in the world. He doesn't want to be the best golfer in the country. He just wants to win against this man right here, his rival. Pretty good story so far. I did not like Volume 1 very much, but Volume 2 really started to take me in the correct direction, luckily, so I am excited to keep reading it. The strongest sage with the weakest crest. This has a bizarre anime coming out right now. So the anime adapts like 1 volume an episode almost. I think at episode 6, it ends up being to where I got to in Volume 5. So that is bizarre. Super weird. I don't know many series that do that. Maybe Boonies does that. A kid from the Boonies Last Dungeon thing comes to Starter Town. That series. What this story kind of follows is that guy with the crest. He reincarnates himself, becomes stronger. 2,000 years, magic in the world is weaker. So I kind of introduced it last time. That's a brief introduction. I know it's not very good, but that's what we're getting. He ends up having to fight this demon in this one. And so he thinks demons are what caused magic to kind of collapse. He also gets to ride a very fun dragon. Ooh, very nice, very good. And so he decides to do all that. And when he gets there, he's like, not 100% convinced that that's what's going on. Maybe it wasn't demons. Tough to say. So he's like, I gotta make this barrier around the school. That way we can keep everybody safe. So he decides to do that. He makes a barrier around the school. Except, the first academy's not letting him. So they have to do a little bit of a tournament. But the catch is, he and his cronies aren't allowed to, participate. So he has to train new students from his academy to take on the first academy. And again, the first academy believes in magic with words. And it's been shown that magic without words is far superior by, a lot. So, well, I think you guys can guess how that happens. So what goes on there? HP Lovecraft at the Mountain of Madness by Code Tanabe. I'm only going to show you guys images from Volume 1. This series is excellent. Way better than the other one I read. So this follows this expedition crew that goes to Antarctica, or the southern continent that's all icy. You can see all this creepy stuff here. They are trying to figure out what the heck is hiding underneath all this ice. And it's never been fully explored because of the terrible snowstorms and everything else that happens over there. So they land there on their ship, and they start exploring it, and they start finding things. And these things are like really weird and creepy. So I don't want to go too far into it, but it's got a lot to do with the cosmic horror side of H.P. Lovecraft. And you can kind of probably see here some Cthulhu-esque images. So definitely recommend picking this up if you guys have any interest in, you know, H.P. Lovecraft, Cthulhu, or just horror and disturbing imagery in general. The series is creepy. I really enjoyed it, though. This was a lot better than the Hound and his short stories that Go Tanabe adapted, which that was okay. You know, it wasn't bad. But this, so much better. Definitely recommend reading this anytime you guys get into a creepy, spooky kind of mood, especially Halloween time. Great October book read. Rave Master, Volume 5. So Rave Master continues to be the Rave Master. We get a new sword, the high-speed Silpharion. I don't know how to say it. And Haru starts to kind of fight more demon cards, of course. We learn a little bit more about Ellie. Is Ellie even Ellie, or is she 3173? Tough to say. So Ellie starts to see a few more pictures of herself, you know, kind of around in the past and in history, and she runs onto this guy here. And we're like, yo, who is this guy, right? You guys remember me being like, yo, who is this guy? Well, we find out who this guy is. And these have a nice, they got this kind of thing. I think it's from the first edition, but it's kind of like 3D-ish. It's very cool. So we find out that he is trying to stop Ellie from awakening her power. Because if she does, it will end the world. You know Haru Glory's not going to let that happen. So we get a very cool fight with Haru and him. And, you know, we get to see what happens with Ellie. We also get to see how come Plu got to Haru's island. So that was a cool little flashback / exploration I wasn't expecting to explore. We get a few new swords as well, which is really cool. A sword about sealing, actually. But again, this guy's name, he's Sieghart. I always think his name's Siegfried, but it's Sieghart. Apparently, this is supposed to be here. I thought that this was a very poor translation, but no, it's supposed to be explosion like this. I guess it's supposed to be in English. I just thought it was really bad editing because it's from the early 2000s. We got another like 3D-esque title here, which is really neat. Now in this one, Haru is on the trail to find his dad and also the leader of Demon Card. So you're like, man, this is volume 7 out of like 33 or 34. Like, I doubt he's gonna fight him. So true, so true. But he still has to get through everything, okay? And so he does. He's on his way. He finds, you know, some hints about the next rave, so he's after that too. And he finds his dad. Woohoo, spooky, right? And he also finds the demon card named Man, okay, King. We also get these 4 kind of general / guardians / captains. I thought they were very cool. This guy's especially sick. He's like a lizard man. He's not the same as a demon like the other ones are. So he's pretty unique and he's honor bound. He's not really trying to be evil. He's just trying to fight peeps, you know? That's just how we all are sometimes. Rave Master is actually a lot better than I would have thought. I really like it more than Fairy Tail by a lot now. It's only getting better. It is a little quickly paced, but that's not a bad thing. I looked into it. Apparently the anime is a lot different than the manga was, and I don't think it got much further than this arc here. Maybe a little bit, but it does not seem like it got too much further at all. So definitely, if you can get your hands on it. I think Kodansha has it digitally available, maybe not, but they probably will soon if they don't, I would think. I would recommend reading it. If not, you know, there are other methods to read Rave Master. I would not recommend getting this right now. It's gone up in price since I was able to collect it all. I kind of had to pay a higher price for the last one, but again, it wasn't too crazy. It was just a little bit higher. So right now, don't pick this up. If manga ever becomes less popular, I would kind of recommend getting it. I think I got the whole series besides the last omnibus for like $300. and that was like 31, 32 volumes. And so that was like under $10 a volume. And these days they'd be selling complete for like over $1,000. So don't do that. Don't do that. That was, you know, when I got that, it was only not last October. No. Yeah, last October/November. So not 2021, but 2020 actually. Just weird how time can change things so drastically. It's like the stock market, I swear. Sunny. I read more Sunny. Sunny Volume 4. We get more insight into these children. We get a little bit of some sadness here too. We find out these fun little imaginations things. They're flying the school or the ship through the ocean, which is nice. We learn more about these little kids here, these little boys, you know, they're brothers. But again, this series really focuses on nice lighthearted adventures with these orphans, and then some kind of undertones of sadness here. So I'm a pretty big fan of this one, the series here, but some stories are better than others because some characters I don't care about, some I do care about. I hate Kikyo, I think that's her name. She's so annoying to me. Haruho is also annoying to me. Jun isn't terrible, but I don't really like his younger brother. And Sei is probably my favorite. But you can see them taking off on the boat. Whee! So that's cool. Yeah, maybe Megumu. I think I like Megumu, but I don't like her. I think that's Kikyo. I think that's how her name is. There are a lot of characters in it. They don't really say their names a lot, and there's not even like a character thing at the beginning, so if I don't know their names, I'm just like, alright. Well, I'm pretty sure you're this girl. So I do really appreciate like character pages at the beginning, if anyone's taking notes. No one is, I know. Oh, this one was a pretty cool book too. So Sei starts to, you know, find a girl that he's interested in, and it seems like the girl's interested in him too, so that kind of starts rolling on. We also get a little bit of an insight here as to what goes on with this homeless guy. They call him the PP Man. It's a pretty sad story. I don't really want to spoil what happens to PP Man, but, well, I feel like a lot of things in these books don't end up well. You know, it's like, oh, that guy looks like a neat guy, very cool guy, and then like, well, yeah. But like they do it in like such a cheery way and like nonchalant. And I'm like, it messes with me a little bit. I'm like, did I just read that right? Like, wait, what? Like, why does it seem like so nonchalant, like no big deal? But it does. It totally seems like nothing to, like the author doesn't want you to think about it. And I think it's just to show you kind of the way that the world works that they live in, you know? Things are just like that, and people just have to live throughout their day, you know, even though it's sad, and they are trying to protect the children from it too a little bit. But this is what I read. What did you guys read? Please let me know down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. There's more to come every week. And yeah, anything interesting coming out? I still haven't gotten a lot of hauls yet because of Right Stuff hasn't sent me them. I keep getting delays in my pre-orders, so it delays my packages. I think. I think that's why they're delayed. I don't know. I'll probably email Right Stuff soon to figure out what the heck's happening. But yes, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.